What do Yoda, Oprah Winfrey, and Warren Buffett have in common? Yep, they all had mentors. And you know how successful they are? My favourite is Yoda, right? But they're pretty flippin' successful, I'd say. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about mentorship. What is mentorship? Why do you need one? Why do you not need one? How do you find the right one? And, what is mentorship done badly? And the reason I'm going to say that is because there's a lot of things on social media. There's a lot of people have one service accommodation, they're suddenly SA experts. There's people who, make one cold call, secure a social media client for 10k a month, and they are now fully verified life mentor coaches. So let's talk about it. So mentorship for me is probably one of the secrets. It's not much of a secret, but it's probably one of the undercover ways, right? Because people don't always talk about this or take it on or understand it as seriously as it is. That a lot of these people you follow on social media that and these businesses that have become successful. Because when we're in a business, when we're in a job, when we're doing something, right? Especially when it's our own business and we're doing every single job in it, every single element in it, we believe in our source, we believe in this business that we have created and birthed and spent so much time and effort on and blood, sweat and tears, right? And we value it highly. And we sometimes think we're the best and we know exactly what's going on. We know how to fix all the issues, what the issues are that's going to come up, and we're totally in charge of it. And one of the biggest fallacies is believing that we are unbiased and that we're objective and that we can view our own work and our own business in a way that doesn't take into account all the emotion that you've built into it. And for me, that is one of the biggest things that mentorship brings. It brings that third party, that bird's eye objective view, someone who frankly does not care about the time, the effort, anything that you have put into your business. They don't care about how much you love that supplier or how nice it is to give that person always a discount, or how much you love that POS system, even though they charge you way more than others, but you're just loyal. They don't care about any of that bullshit. They come in, they kick your ass, they question everything, they look at every line on the account, everything in the P&L, they look at who you're giving discounts to, who you're not giving discounts to. They look at the actual strength of the contracts, not just, oh yeah, we've got a contract with Nissan. It's like, well, hold on a minute. Okay, that's good, but the terms are heavily weighted in their section. Oh yeah, but it's Nissan, right? So they come in and give that third party view. And for me, that's probably, I'll answer the question of what is mentorship. That's the first thing. It's an objective third party bird's eye view on your business, which is going to be emotional to you, or your person. If it's a, kind of personal development coach, whatever it is, they're going to look at you and how you operate in the business. I mean, mentors will look at all of it anyway. And they're going to give you feedback on that and how to improve that and to tell you things that you don't want to hear. Trust me, I do it all the time. I think the second thing is, entrepreneurship can be lonely. You can really lack, when you're new in a sector, you've acquired a business like I have, you've started it, you can really lack that kind of guiding, gentle hand that says, you're thinking about doing that? Don't, because I've done it before and this is how it worked out. Or that's wrong in the spreadsheet. You need to do it like this. Or that property you're analysing, yeah, I've seen ones like that. They just don't work out for this reason. Or the builder's giving you that quote. Okay, here's the reality of it. Someone who's been there and done that who can say, yeah, that makes sense. I can very quickly look at a commercial cleaning contract and see if it's worth my time. And very quickly look at food prices versus what we can sell for in certain areas and certain locations we have and say, it's not going to work. Certain head counts for events, I know, yeah, that's not going to work. I know what it needs to be profitable because I've been there and done that. In property, I can analyse deals like that because I've been there and done that. So it's having that person who can guide you in that expertise in that sector or in business in general. A lot of businesses can be similar, at a certain depth. Who can just stop you from, walking off a cliff, essentially, financially, mentally, because you need a guiding hand. If you don't, you can carry on, but it'll probably cost you more in time and money and effort and wasted resources, you know? And I think the third thing that can happen when you have a mentor is you have that accountability. Again, we're all business people. We think we're so disciplined and motivated and we're always going to hit our targets. No one can tell us anything. We're always hitting targets. We're spending the exact right amount of time. I know what I'm doing. No. A mentor will come in, set KPIs, set targets, and track you on them. Oh, you didn't hit this many calls this week. Why? They're not going to take your excuses. Like, you might say to yourself, oh, I was a bit tired this week. They're going to say, okay, I still don't hear a reason. So having that person to keep you accountable to these KPIs, someone who, as humans, when there's something else on the line or there's someone watching or monitoring, tends to change our behavior. And we tend to almost be a bit more serious and pay a bit more attention because we're thinking, they're counting on me. They're relying on me to do that. I've paid them money. I need to invest. There's a sunken cost in money, in time, in judgment from someone. Humans, we don't like that. And so we're more likely to do it. Sometimes just the cost of investing in it or anything makes you use it. It makes you value it more. Of course it does, because you think, I earned that money. That was hard work. And I better, see it through with what I'm saying. And, discipline is great and we should all have it. It should be the foundation of everything. But motivation does put that layer on top of it. And having a mentor to motivate you, let's say you're in a new business, you're cold calling, you're sending emails, trying to get new clients, right? Jet washing drives. And it's just not happening. Keep doing it. Well, guess what? You have a mentor. They stop you from getting lonely. They talk you through the process. They can say to you, I think your calls are a bit wrong there. They can say, look, I've done that. Like, keep going. This is how many calls it takes. When I've done that in that business, it took this long, this took that long. It just allows you to relate to it and say, yeah, that's what I'm doing, And at the same time, a mentor can save you so much money. Just little tips. Don't go to that supplier, go to this one. Tell your solicitor this is the process you want to do, not this one. When you're negotiating to buy businesses, I bought 3 businesses last 12 months. You want to do it in a certain way. You want to negotiate in a certain way. You want to tell your solicitor, your accountant. All of these little things add up to tens, hundreds, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of pounds, depending on the kind of size of deal you're working on. Someone experienced can come along and just say, here's the blueprint, and I'm going to watch you do it, and I'm going to track you. I'm going to make sure it's done correctly, and I'll introduce you to my people so it's done even better. That, right? What's the price on that? You pay someone 10, 15 grand for the mentorship, but they can make you that back, or ideally double or triple that, or save you that, you're onto a winner. There might be a certain machine, right? That, for example, in the food business, we can have electric fryers or gas fryers. Electric fryers, when you put food in them, the temperature drops straight away. And so it slows things down, it doesn't cook it. A lot of people use them. Gas fryers don't. For whatever reason, the way they work, and they're bigger, they're more expensive, but they do not drop temperature. And so it means you can cook way more, way better, way faster. So in a certain time period, we're getting more orders out, right? From the same size of equipment in terms of the tabletop space. So what does that mean? We are making more money. Yes, we're going to spend 300 quid more on it, plus the certificates, plus this. But we're going to make 500-600 quid more in one event because we have the capacity to do that. And people aren't walking away and people's chicken isn't cold and we can make more chips because people love chips. So making these small changes, and for me, by the way, the gas fryer thing, I had no idea. I learned from our ops manager, who's very experienced in this industry. Like, otherwise, it's been electric. If it was me, who's done electric fryers, and be like, why are they doing this? Why is it not working? When it comes to menu development, I lean on him. He's the expert. And again, this is why, especially when you're building a bigger company where the financial risks are potentially bigger, you've got other staff that you're paying, their salaries, you're paying for their mortgage, their rent. There's a lot more risk here. And that's where having a mentor can help you massively with recruitment. Now, I used to have a recruitment business, doubled profit turnover every year. I didn't like it though. And since then, I've probably read 600-700 CVs, hundreds of interviews. It's probably 1,000 plus CVs. And it's a tough process. It's very time consuming. It has way many more steps than it needs to in so many companies. It's very difficult to find good people. Most people don't have an interview set structure. They don't have certain criteria they judge on. They don't have comparison levels. They don't have good onboarding. There's so much. And when people say, oh, there's no good staff out there, hiring is my biggest pain point. Has it been for me? Somewhat. But because of my experience, it's a lot easier. And because I have set processes in place, which I can implement in your business, it is so much easier. But if you don't, I can see how hiring would be an absolute pain point. I probably spend a lot of my time, most of my time in the businesses, is actually hiring. Because the people who come into this business are going to have a massive effect on the bottom line and the progress and the growth and our perception to customers, right? Especially in the food business and in the cleaning business. I mean, without them, it doesn't run. Without cleaning operatives, it doesn't operate. And so it's pretty important that I'm dialed into this process and I'm leading it. I may not be training them on site, I may not be showing them around, but I am choosing the right people. Now, when it comes to choosing a mentor, you want someone who has a track record, has a good company's house profile, has experience, doesn't need to be in your sector. It can help, of course, but if they have contacts in your sector, then great. You know, you need to like the person. You want to work with them because they are going to kick your ass. They are going to tell you off. You don't want someone you hate because you're not going to listen to them. You want someone whose opinion you value, who on that first interaction or interaction with their social media, you like their vibe. They're talking sense. You're getting free content, because nowadays there's loads of free content that you can actually implement and do things from. That's a big one. They're not putting a lot of free content out there. It's just lifestyle. How are you really going to know what they're like and what their style is like? And if, you know, you're going to get on. And actually, how do you know if they actually know what they're doing? Because if there's no free content, it's just lifestyle. You can pay for lifestyle with, you know, a couple of scammy courses sold, right? And I think once you speak to them, you just know. You just know from speaking to them, are they going to be the right person? Are they going to take me the right way? And if all that DD that I've said, company's house, everything is there, tick, 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 then it really does come down to that interaction, that feeling from one-on-one. I would also ask them, and again, this may not be possible for them to tell you, but you know, my turnover is this, my thing is this, these are my biggest challenges. In a year's time, how do you think these could be transformed, or where do you think they could be transformed? They might need a lot more detail. They might be able to give you a rough top level kind of view, but just getting that initial kind of, well, what's my ROI going to be? And this is really important for you because you need to know, okay, I'm paying this much. What am I getting in return? You know, if I'm paying for a video light, yeah, I know I'm paying 30 quid and I'm getting a really good LED one. If I pay 4 quid, I don't know. You know, if I'm buying an Apple laptop, I know it's not going to break. It's going to be reliable. It's going to be fast. It's going to last a good couple of years. It's going to look stylish. Good. I know what I'm buying. Done. But with you know, you won't know because this mentor, this person will be a profile online. It'll be someone you meet. You know, it's not going to be someone you know. It's very unlikely. So you have to get to know them, right? And I think, you know, mentorship for me, if you want to level up and you want to be the best in your business, you want to be elite. And actually, even if you don't want to have a multi-billion-pound business, and you just want it to be a good business, right, that's healthy and that makes you money and functions as you want it to function, mentorship's not optional, right? I always say you can spend the time or you can spend the money. You can spend 15, 20 grand on a mentor now and skip all those years of mistakes and BS and losing money and trying to do it yourself and golden nuggets and blah, blah, blah. Or you can spend those years doing it and you're still going to learn, don't get me wrong, but you're going to lose those years and you cannot get them back. That 15, 20 grand, you should be making it back with the mentor. So the choice is yours. You either waste time or you invest your money.